Alright, so in this portion what we're going to do, we're going to look at Lifeline's hitbox. This is the before, and I have Marianas helping me out here. So the biggest change, this is the before, is really around to her waist. We're going to do the front section, and then we'll have her do a side profile and we'll shoot around the ankles. So we see where it's at in the side angles here. Notice how whenever I shoot, the right side here doesn't really count until I really am hitting her waist. And we'll see how much this grows, also around her chest area as well. Alright, so again, we look at the side profile. Shooting, we see how small the hitbox is really when we're shooting here. The back is going to be a little bit more extended on the after. We'll see how dramatic that is. So whenever I hit, just got a crack there. We also know it was a little bit in the front as well. If we see we're shooting here, we see the difference. And then I know the legs are a bit... I'm trying not to kill Mari, but you see the legs are going to be a little bit buffed as well. So that's what we're looking at Lifeline. So again, this is a pretty close view because I want you to see the hitbox change. I got a 2x on, and then we'll be sure to do an after. Now, just as a reminder, we'll do the head as well. So shooting around the head. Because they did make her head a bit bigger. Okay, so let's do a side view, Mari. There, perfect, thank you. Okay, so we'll see the after effect and how much changes within Lifeline. So what we're about to watch here is the after effects with Lifeline, and we're going to take a look at her hitbox. We know that her legs are a bit thicker than she was before, so let's take a look. Not as dramatic as I thought it was going to be around kind of around the legs a little bit. We know that she also has a bit around the head, specifically. You know, not too bad actually. Not too bad. I think it's going to be more impactful on her physique on the side, more so. So let's take a look whenever she does a side view. All right. So let's take a look at. I don't think she is. Okay. Yeah, she's definitely got a little bit more going on in the trunk department. Let's take a look at the front. Yes, definitely a lot more there than before. And also, let's take a look around her head. Here, go ahead and heal real quick, Mari. Yep. A little bit around the head is a little bit thicker than before. Definitely more so around the chest, especially the upper part of the chest rather than her actual chest. It's more almost like her neck area is a bit thicker than it was before. I feel like this was way more impactful side than it was her front. Because even on the side, like just the front view, it doesn't seem like it's as dramatic. You kind of get shot in between. Okay, let's do Revenant next. Patch notes. The biggest thing we saw with Revenant is that his chest, his waist, and his legs all slimmed down. So this is the before. So there's the spot around his waist here that you can really see that really gets hit, and I guarantee you that's really gonna pull in. Even around the chest here, this will pull in as well. And around the legs, let's see if we can really highlight it. That's gonna get really small. So that's gonna, I don't know, that's probably gonna be dramatic. We'll have to see the after of how dramatic that really is. But looking at the dock, it has nothing to do with his chest here and his head. Those are all the same. And where you're hitting. So we'll see the after effects here in just a moment. All right, let's take a look at our boy Revenant. And most of his was around the chest and more so around the waist. So let's take a look at the waist. Wow, that actually, wow. Yeah, that's quite the buff there. We can get really close, and then it starts to hit. Let's go around his chest after he does his weird animation moving. Yeah, it's just a lot tighter around there. It's going to be a lot harder to hit him. Luckily, the biggest advice I could give anyone is shoot him right dead center mass in the chest, so then it hits him pretty much right in the head. If you're aiming for the legs, it is a little bit thinner, definitely, but not as much. The biggest dramatic difference is definitely around the stomach area, which is what you see. But realistically, you should not be shooting around the stomach area. But if you're just kind of spraying and praying at hipfire, then yes, it's going to be a dramatic difference. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Very quick and to the point in terms of just kind of analyzing the hitbox. Let me know in the comments, do you feel like this is dramatic? What do you guys think about this? Is this big? Is this not? Do you care? Let me know.
Damn it, that hurt.
I just got shot. Thank you so much for watching.